Hello, so today we're going to look into CS50P's problem set 2, and the first problem we have is the camelCase problem. So inside this we are told that in some languages it's common to use camelCase, otherwise known as mixed case for variable names. So when you choose a name for your variable, camelCase is used, and the part about camelCase is that camelCase, when you name a variable, the first word is in lowercase. Everything is in lowercase, and the second word you use is the first letter of the name is capitalized. So camelCase, everything is lower except the first letter of the second word. And we are told that Python, by contrast, recommends snake case. And snake case, what it is two words, lowercase, and they are separated by an underscore. So first first letter, the first word, underscore, second word, all in lowercase. And what this problem is asking us to do is uh, we need to implement a program that asks users for an example of a camel case, and our program will output the user's input in snake case. So take the input as camel case and return it as snake case. So I think it isn't that difficult. So we can start this make directory camel cd camel code camel dot py. Okay, so we have created the file. Okay, so first let us ask user for the input. So we can name this camel word input. We can tell them to add camel case, and we're gonna ask user for their input. So they're gonna put in the word now. It's if you see the difference, the only difference is that when there's a capitalized letter in the camel case, we just need to make it lowercase and add uh, underscore before that. So lower everything and add an underscore before the second word. So how we do this? So we first take the input. Now we have the input. So now we can check each letter. So for letters or letter in camel word. So now there's a string method called it's upper Python syntax. So we can use this one. So now this will check if whether if the letter is uppercase or not. So if letter is upper, we can now print this. So when this finds an uppercase letter, we need to add an underscore before this. Then we can add letter, and we need to make this lowercase. Okay, so it's gonna add underscore before. It's gonna make each every other word lowercase, and then um, so now we don't need the program to print every letter on a new line. So if, for example, I add apple, now we don't need to print out A first, then on second line B, and on third line B. So we're gonna end n is equals to quotation mark. So what this will do is it's gonna print out every word on the same line, so it doesn't mess us up. And now if we find any uppercase word, it's gonna print out that, or else it just needs to print out letter and and equals to quotation mark. Okay, and uh yeah, let me run this. So yeah, you see, our code works. It prints out like it takes this. Okay, um, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, it works. So let me explain you how the code works. Let me give me one more example. So we write, if you write Steve Jobs, it's gonna make this all lowercase, and it's gonna add underscore before the capitalized letter. You see? But now if we add anything else, if we write Steve Jobs with both the first letters of both word is capitalized, it's gonna add an underscore before that. It's gonna be underscore. Mhm. Wait, let me run this again. Steve Jobs. So yeah, you see it prints out an underscore before each of those words. So this one asks users for the input for letter in camel word is going to check each letter, each alphabet inside what the user had inputted. This checks that if the letter is an uppercase or lowercase, and if the letter is uppercase, it prints an underscore before it plus all letters after it. And this makes sure that every letter is printed inside one line. So if you remove this, it's gonna print like in a vertical position.